Hi, everyone. This is Meena Puri. I'm the founder of Ayurvedic Healing Center and the Inner Compass Club. I've been a student and a teacher of consciousness, spirituality, and everything health and healing for decades. And some topics are never definitive. The conversation of many topics is never definitive. It's rather a process of exploration, and we continuously applying those discoveries in our day-to-day life. So today's topic is spirituality. So in this video, I'm going to talk about spirituality, my perspective. What are some of the hiccups that come when we are talking about spirituality? And come with an open mind, be curious. Like I said, this is a topic that has no ending. It's rather we continue to have a conversation, explore, and see how we can make practical usage of this mysterious laws of nature, if you will. So be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It just helps to get it out to more people. And let's begin. So spirituality, when we just look at the word itself, it's the spirituality. For me, I'd like to simplify things so I can make meaning and I can, most importantly, make uses of it in my life. Spirit that we all have, and there are many different words for it with a little bit of variation. There's spirit, there is soul, there is your higher self. So the purposes of this video, although there are different contexts for each word, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to call it out spirit. So what is spirit? What is our soul? For me, it's the non-physical part of who we are. And it's also the part that will remain or continue on when the body no longer can continue on, okay? So the art and science of connecting with that part of yourself is spirituality. Can you connect? Can you identify with that part of you, which is larger than yourself? Now, the question is, why do we want to connect with that? Who cares? Well, because it is a larger part of us, it is a non-physical part of us, it is actually the subtlest, the most profound part of who we are, connecting with that which is bigger allows us a bigger perspective, an opportunity for expansion. And that in turn gives us the solutions for our day-to-day mundane humanly tasks and lives, things that we many times get stuck in. So for me, it's very useful. It's very practical. Many times we can philosophize a concept and we can talk about it for the, continue to talk about it for the till the 11th hour. But what do we get from it? The understanding of spirituality actually comes from the application of it, is from the experience of it. Without applying it, without living the spirituality, we are just merely in our minds, in our head, in our ego, just playing word games. So many times, there are many words that we use when it comes to spirituality. There's spiritual, people talk about spiritual transformation, spiritual awakening, spiritual journey, spiritual path, and ascension. So these kind of words. To me, we don't want to trip over the words. is really the same thing. What it really, in my opinion, is talking about is, can I look at a bigger picture? Can I ask a bigger question? Can I expand my perspective? Can I look up to the sky and see what the universe wants me to learn here? Right? These are the bigger questions. These are very intuitive questions. When we ask those questions, we get the intuition, we get the answers. And getting the answers is the knowing of the answers, is knowing it deep within you, even when the words may not be sufficient to explain your experience or your knowing. So how can you make it practical in your life? So take a look at any one challenge that you may be going through in your life. Everybody's going through something, right? Especially during these times. So what is your challenge that you are going through? Can you step away from that challenge to ask a bigger question? Actually, asking a bigger question means you're willing to step away from being really close and with a limited view, being stuck in that same limitation or a limited way of thinking. You're willing to step away from it. So just simply ask, what is this? What really is the challenge? Is the challenge what I am seeing, or is the challenge something bigger? Have I had this challenge before? Have I been in this predicament before? Next question is, what am I asked to see and learn? What am I asked to see and learn? What has come out of this challenge? Who have I become out of this challenge? So I will give you an example. I recently realized that the company that I invested in as a partner was actually, everything was fraudulent. It was a way for the other person to get my investment through the guise of a company and funnel all the funds out. This went on for a year and a half. And I just, not too long ago was on a full moon, was made aware of it. So this was very distasteful, to say the least. But what I started to think about, all the positives, all the positive opportunities, not necessarily the financial opportunity, the positive opportunities to meet with people, to connect with some people who I became a pivotal point in their life, who would not have met me had I not been part of this venture. And the positive impact I made in subtle but not so subtle ways in the work that I was doing. So when I started to shift my focus on what actually I had experienced apart from the fraud, what I came to realize how grateful I was for this experience, because it was an opportunity for me to connect with those who I would not have otherwise the opportunity to do so. And I have become a pivotal teacher, guide for many of those people. So this came about because I asked a bigger question. So similarly, in your challenge, can you ask yourself a bigger question and see things that are hidden from the ego's view, from the limitation of the mind limitation view? Can you see the bigger picture? The rest, the details of the day-to-day details in dealing with people and dealing with life, that stuff gets sorted out itself. We don't need to worry about the details many times. We need to understand the bigger picture, okay? So many times I have, clients who come to me and saying, I'm going through a spiritual awakening and I've been following this teacher, or I've been following that teacher. It's been really stressful. So that makes me laugh, because the point of spirituality is to take away the stress. to bring ease. If spirituality is making you stressful, you're doing it wrong. Okay. So the very essence of spirituality is so you anchor and identify with that who you truly are. So you don't get stuck on day-to-day mundane life's challenges and circumstances and difficulties. And it's a way for us to ride the wave with ease and grace and not lose ourselves. Okay. And there also, there's in living in this human life, there's always dogma, there's always extremes. And I have a problem with that because it's the extremes that are problematic, right? It's the belief that my way is the right way is problematic. So the explanation for spirituality is there's as many explanations as there are people. There's no one explanation. It's really for you to discover the meaning of it, and most importantly, the usage of it, the practicality of it in your awareness, in your life. So your life becomes easy. The life of your people around you becomes easy. So your household becomes easy, harmonious. So we relate with the world, the communities with ease. So we don't get hung up on our little small nuances and differences and conflicts. Rather, we concentrate on the bigger picture that we are all one. Spirituality really tells you that which I came from, you all came from that too. So we are connected. We are one. There is oneness because it's the same creator who created us. Okay. So if that's not happening, then there's something wrong in whatever philosophy or teachings you are following. Any spiritual teacher who tells you it's my way, follow these steps, I would really think twice, actually more than twice, before subscribing to that kind of prescription. The very act, the very thought of spirituality is the undoing. Spirituality is not something I'm going to go ahead and do these 5 things and then I'm going to be spiritual. It's actually not doing anything. It's actually, so when I went for a walk this morning, I didn't take my cell phone with me. I'd love listening to music because it really gives me speed and all of that, and I get in my zone, but I didn't take the phone with me. I just listened to nature. I did sun salutation when I saw the sun, but I really could be present with the sun, with the stream by, with the, I walked bare feet in the morning dew, the grass. So it's that connection with not just me, connection with what is the nature outside, because it reminds me of the nature within, because I am connected with that nature. Actually, I am nature. So what is the sun in me telling me to do? Where is the sun in me? What is the water teaching me? What is the earth showing me? What does this breeze feel like? What does the open sky invite me to do? So these are connections we can make, and then we can find the same within ourselves. So spirituality is not something that is taught in that way. Sure, there are practices, but the practices are not forced. If I tell you, go ahead and meditate every day for 20 minutes and you will become more spiritual, well, nice. You're not going to do it. Why? Because you don't have a habit of meditating. You're going to stress yourself. You're going to rush to meditate, which is funny in by itself. And you're going to expect a certain kind of experience, and you're not going to get that because the whole setup of it is so misguided, right? Rather, what I will ask you to do, sit on your chair, have a cup of tea, turn the phone off, just stare out the window, just sit. The easiest and the hardest thing to do is just simply sit. Sit and look into something. Look outside. Something will draw your gaze. And the truth is, everything when we look into it becomes miraculous. Miracles are everywhere. It's just that we don't look deep enough. So look inside a tree branch. Look inside. There's a flag, waving with the wind. There's the light poles. There's a bird sitting on the wire. There's a house. Just look beyond. Let the horizons open up for you. Do that as much as you can and notice how that makes you feel. If it makes you feel good, which I think it will, you're going to want to do it because we are in this to feel good. That's one thing that we have in common, apart from the fact that we come from the same source. We just simply want to feel good. So here's a practice that you can go and do. When you begin to just sit and be with yourself, maybe a teacher will hop along and say, hey, I've been doing this meditation practice, give it a try. Then it just becomes easy and effortless. The path opens up before you. Ideas do not come fully formed. The path does not come fully open before us. It's the first step. Take the first step and be curious as to where the next step might be. Isn't it nice not to have to know everything? I like it. I just have to know what I'm doing. I'm just recording this video for you. I have an idea, but the next step will come. The next step will come. I call it, feel and flow. Feel and flow. Be present, feel and flow. Life will flow with ease. So spirituality is there for you to make your life easy, harmonious, beautiful. So that's the whole point of spirituality. Don't get lost in studies of it. Rather, get lost in the experience of it. Go lie on the grass and stare at the sky. You'll become the sky. Go hug a tree and imagine you are the tree trunk and spread your arms open and you're the branches of the tree. You become the tree. You are the tree. Tree is you, you are the tree. It's all one. So with the childlike curiosity, when you step outside, spirituality is within. Your spirit is always alive. It's just that we plug it up with so much nonsense. So let it come alive as you step into nature, as you just become free, become wild, run, walk, dance, hop. Anyone looking at you will know that you are connected with that joy within you. That's your spiritual awakening. So that's the easy thing to do. Yes, when you are doing the inner healing work, which is also the spiritual path, stuff will come up. Then the experience may not be that easy, but the results always are. All right. So with that, I'm going to see if I had anything else I wanted to bring it to your attention. So that's it. So give it some thought, and I will have some links below the video and in the first comment in the comment section if you would like to work with me. I offer individual programs, I offer memberships, I have meditations. So there are many opportunities, and all the links will be below. And thank you so much for tuning in. Tell me one thing that stood out for you. Come back to the video and let me know how, if you did hug a tree, and if you did feel like you were the tree root and the whole spine of the tree. So I would love to hear from you, and take care of yourself, be good to yourself, and I will see you at the next video. Namaste.